Alright, let's see what happens next. Shit's going crazy, man. There's a shit ton of locks now. What the hell happened during that earthquake? Right, is this what Goda was talking about? Yeah, the trick locks. Now then, Iris, please remove this at once. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm afraid I can't. It's not possible for me. What? During the earthquake, when the cavern was in danger of caving in, Iris escaped. And I know that there was only one lock when I last came here. So you're saying that you can't undo the new locks? Yes. If only I was stronger. Edgeworth, how are you feeling? You look a little pale in the face. Like you want to talk with your face all green. Miles Edgeworth, go and get some air. I'll watch over the suspect. You go and get a grip on yourself. Don't be ridiculous, I'm perfectly fine. There's no telling what sort of mistakes you could make in your current state. Go and get some rest. That's your only concern now, Miles Edgeworth. Well, she's actually being considerate. Okay, for once. Understood. I'll handle the investigation in the garden. I'll take care of things here. She's not that considerate with Nick though. She's sick and she's whipping him like crazy. Edgeworth. He's got so much pride that he's probably off crying in a corner of the garden. Pride is simply another trap that hinders us in our lives. That said, one must have pride to be effective on the job. At any rate, it seems that this is where we part ways, Phoenix Wright. I'm going to stay here and see if I can help solve these bothersome puzzles. I see. Well, thanks for your help. Now then, do you mind if I ask you a few things, Iris? No, not at all. Okay. Oh, I can examine things again. Antique dresser, don't you dare open it. Okay, so same things as before. I guess. Scroll, cover it with gravy. Let's see if there's something. The store, when I was earlier, there was only one lock, but now there's 5 of them. Those chains, it's almost as if they're guarding something inside that cavern. Never seen locks quite like this before. I have seen locks and chains just like this before. The Cyclops, yeah, okay. Right. Yep, just talk to her, I guess. Escape. Why did you make a run for it, Iris? I'm sorry. I heard the inner temple had been severely shaken by the strong earthquake we had. I was so worried, I just had to come and see. In other words, you didn't run away to escape the law, at least we're clear on that. I can't tell you how relieved I was when I saw the sacred cavern was alright, but what? Then I saw these chains here. I saw all these extra locks that someone had put on the sacred cavern store and... Who in the world would do something like this? I don't know. These trick locks are a sacred treasure of the Korean tradition. Oh, that's her saying that. Oops. Okay. There are hundreds of ways to set them. That's why only the person who set the lock can open it. And you are the one who set these locks. I don't think it's that simple, Francisco Boncarlo. When we were here the first time, there was only one lock. But now, somehow, there's 5 of them. What does that mean? It means that someone wanted to secure the place even more. And they wanted to secure it before you got here, Iris. It's only because they wanted to make sure Maya couldn't get out. This means that Iris can only open one of these locks, the first one. Yes, that's correct. What? Iris, try to think, please. Isn't there any way around this? Well, like I said, there are hundreds of different ways to set these locks. I suppose if I went through every combination with each one, I could remove them. But it will take time, won't it? Yes, about a day if I had to guess. A whole day? Well, that's better than leaving the logs in place. Will you do this for us? Sure, I'll do whatever I can. We've got to wait another day? Hang in there, Maya. You're going to have to call on your inner strength now. Oh man, deny the crime. Okay. You know what, Iris? There's still one thing I don't quite get. Why might that be Phoenix Wright? I think it's obvious. Iris, on the night of the murder, where were you? Please, Iris, don't give me that look. You told us that you were in your room at Hesagura Temple at the time of the incident. But you were seen that same evening at the Inner Temple. And then, you were spotted at the scene of the crime in Hesagura Temple too. Being spotted at both Hesagura Temple and the Inner Temple. It's as if you were... Well, Iris, I think it's about time you told us the truth. Cyclops time. Oh, 3? Okay. I knew it. There's something going on here that we don't know about. Yeah, I don't know if I have everything that I need for that yet. So... Not yet. You take a look at this for me. I'm going to have... Okay, asking her about things for now. Okay. Alright, Mr. Wright. Okay. Let's move to the Inner Temple. Yeah, let's go around first before we do the cycle of things. Okay. I'm finally getting to the bottom of this case. I can count on Iris to break those locks, so I should try to gather more clues. From Sister Bikini, Edgeworth, Gumshoe, and Pearls. Alright, let's do exactly that. I'm guessing this is gonna be the same as before. Wait, I can slide here, right? Something new here? Wait, this is open. Oh, it was open before too. Okay. Something strange about this incinerator. It was open. Okay. Thought it was different than before, but no. Okay. Let's move to the garden. Inner Temple Garden. The cups are still comb into place. They look pretty nervous. I'd be nervous too. It's got to be a tough job. Especially with someone giving you the evil eye the whole time. Murder. How could I have done that? Wow, I can't believe it's still bothering him. Edgeworth? Ah. Okay. Hey, don't you dare run away. What do you want, Wright? What do I want? If you came here to laugh at me, then get on with it. Go on, laugh away. I was ready to hug it out with him, but he's just the same prideful Edgeworth. You went back to the criminal affairs department, right? Said you wanted to look into something concerning Iris. Yes, and thanks to what I found, I was reminded of something terrible. Okay, investigation? You guys are putting a lot of effort into the investigation of the garden here, huh? There's a high chance this is the actual scene of the crime, that's why. I mean, because of the writing in blood and the talisman in the snow. Exactly. As you know, those things couldn't have been planted here after the murder. But surely, you don't suspect Maya, do you? We have to treat everyone as a suspect, Maya as well as Iris. It's our job, right? Okay. Earthquakes. So I guess you still haven't gotten over your fear of earthquakes. No, though thankfully my nightmares have stopped. But still, if the crown gives in... Oh, sorry, I just had to... I'm a bit sleepy. Bit late. Okay. Anyway, still, if the crown gives even the slightest tremor, I find myself short of breath. 17 years ago, when we were little school kids at the same elementary school, Edgeworth found himself in the middle of a murder. Yeah, we solved that. That was the case for Von Karma. No. Yes. No. Yes. I think. No. Yeah, I think it was that case. It all started with that big quake that hit the courthouse. Yes, I was stuck in the elevator with my father, who was a defense attorney. We were deprived of oxygen and we passed out. That's when it happened. Yep, the shot from Karma. That single gunshot shattered my whole life. I lost everything that day, all because of that earthquake. My dreams, my family, and myself. It's been more than 17 years now, and that case was finally resolved 2 years ago, right? I think I don't know that. I was there, but it was such a shock. I never imagined I could be so wrong about myself and my life. I'm sorry, right? There's nothing else I can say. Not after you chose to become a lawyer for my sake, and not after you saved me. Edgeworth, you're stronger than you think, so no more of this self-pity, okay? Okay. Iris, there was something that bothered me about her for the moment we met. I felt like I'd seen her somewhere before. No, wait. Not somewhere. I felt like I'd seen her in court before. So you went back to the Criminal Affairs Department to look for her file? Yes, I checked over every case file I've ever worked on. And I was right. I had seen her face before, 6 years ago. 6 years ago? It was my first appearance in court. And as cases go, it was my worst nightmare. So, who is she? I'm sorry, Wright. I can't give that information away to a member of the general public. What? Why not? It might be the crucial piece of the puzzle that solves this case. Oh. Wait, did Phoenix not realize yet that it's his ex? The woman I knew was the daughter of a jewelry store owner. She had nothing to do with Iris and Hezekiah Temple. And neither did the case. No, that woman is completely unrelated to this murder. Unrelated. Yes, I can say that with complete confidence. You're wrong, Edgeworth. She's totally related to this case. I need to fill Edgeworth in. I need to explain the connection between Iris and the woman Edgeworth knew. No, okay. How do I do that? What do you think about this, Edgeworth? Sorry, right? Defense attorney and I'm a prosecutor. Wouldn't be right for us to discuss things so intimately or something. But you were acting for the defense in the trial today. True. Okay. Apparently Iris was taken in by the sister here at the temple when she was a child. However, we still don't know much about her past, so we're looking into it. It reminds me, Edgeworth went back to the Criminal Affairs Department to look up some stuff on her. Should ask him what he's found. Can I ask that? How do I do that? How do I do that? Get the piece of filth out of my face. You're still mad, huh, Edgeworth? I know a thing or two about Larry Butts, just like you. We both know he likes to act up, but even he couldn't make something like this up. This is what he drew, then this is what he saw. As unbelievable as it may seem. I know, that's what I think too. Every time. Every single time I see that guy, he's in it up to his neck. I knew it, Edward still mad as a hornet at Larry. What do you think about this? Nothing. Nothing. Okay. Nothing. How do I ask him? Or tell him the involvement? Yes, and it really works. It helped me. My fever goes down quicker, I'm sure of it. So you say, but your face is as white as a sheet, and sweat is running down your cheek. Anyway, it seems to me like there's something going on between the two of you. Actually, I don't know exactly why, but there's something about ours that just stuff. I didn't read what she said. I just skipped it. I can figure out whether I feel like I know her or don't know her at all. It's really weird. Another... What? Hope you'll tell me if you know something about a mystery woman, right? I know what Elisa Tim was no ordinary visitor to the temple, but her true identity could be a useful weapon for the defense. And I can't give that away just like that. Okay. Okay. So your attorney's badge. Interesting. I never imagined I'd ever see you wearing one of these, right? It's because of you that I became one, Edgeworth. Not that I have any regrets, I really don't. If you're trying to say things, you can start by saying it a bit louder. Okay? Okay, I don't know Maya Fey very well, but it seems to me that the girl is always landing herself in trouble. Seems to me that you know her better than you think. I do sincerely hope she's going to be alright. Okay. One of the biggest names in the world of law, as I'm sure you'll agree. For better or for worse, we were only destined to meet once in the courtroom. I know, I read all about it. It was the first time for the both of us, two novices, head to head. I can still remember how downhearted I felt after that trial ended the way it did. Yeah, that was a trial that the guy just killed himself at the end. He couldn't accuse what's her name? Dahlia, yeah. Dahlia of the murder, so he just outed himself as they had this promise with her that if one betrayed the other they had to kill themselves or something like that. But yeah. I wonder if Mia felt the same way too. Okay. Since Pearl was trapped on this side of the river on the night of the murder, did she tell you anything? Listen, Wright. She's just a kid. I can't force things out of her. You have to be one. You have to be the one to find out what she knows. It's something of a legend, I hear. Don't say it like you don't know anything about him. Tell me what you know. It's a bit strange, actually. If he really was anything special, I should have heard about him by now. I'm always well informed about the rookies coming into the prosecutor's office, you know? Then you mean he isn't anything special? Oh, you should already know the answer to that. Although there is one other possibility. What's that? He could have come into the profession from a different channel. What different channel? The defense channel? It's more than one way to become a prosecutor, right? Perhaps he started off as a defense attorney, but decided it wasn't for him. Defense attorney. Didn't even know you could switch sides like that. Okay, I was just with Detective Gumshoe. I treated him to some pasta. You owe him that much. After all, it's your fault his salary is so low. How's it my fault? Well, look, if you're going to buy the guy lunch, at least get him something decent, okay? Gumshoe practically lives on pasta and noodles already. Well, I did order some extra Parmesan cheese on top. He was crying tears of joy as he dug into it. It was quite moving. All you have to do is keep the poor guy a raise. Crossed my mind once or twice that her testimony might be a bunch of lies. There certainly are a lot of problems with it. The thing is, as far as I can tell, she has no reason to deceive us. I believe she did meet the defendant in the inner temple and witnessed the murder too. The one in the Hasagar temple courtyard in any case. Okay. Another victim we know nothing about, same as always. I hope you'll tell me if you know something about our Mr. Woman, right? I know that listening was an ordinary visitor to the temple, but her identity could be a useful weapon for the defense. You can give it away. Okay. I asked about her, right? Apparently was taken in by a sister here at the temple when she was a child. However, we still don't know much about the past. So we went back to the Criminal Affairs Department to look up some stuff. How do I ask that? Apparently he had become something of an apprentice to Holistic's name. Yeah, something like that. He did this portrait for me earlier. That's great. Let's just leave it at that about Larry, alright? Looks like someone's still mad at the Butts. Someone's still mad at the Butts for his performance in court today. It's been more than a year since I lost San Francisco myself, but it seems that she's been dying to see you again. She really said that? I believe she wants to eat you for breakfast, or to put it another way, whip you silly. Literally and metaphorically. Oh. Go on, let her have her way. It would make for a great anecdote about my trip. Forget it, Edgeworth. Okay. If you want to know how to run the perfect trial, there's a lot to study and learn. Oh, is that what you're studying about right now? I've sat at the prosecutor's bench for trials in 5 different countries now. The first thing you must do is gain complete mastery of the language. It's quite a task. Never get anywhere then. It's taken me a lifetime to sort of master one language. Okay, so I can't ask again. Was something about me about her? Seen her before? No, wait. Somewhere fella in the card. First appearance of cards. Easy go. Who is she? Can give information away. Okay. Unrelated, not related. Okay. The charm. Went to the victims, an evidence room. And Larry is still okay, blah blah. Okay. It's very hard to miss, you know. It's for the name Splat. First up against the lantern were the killer, then with her back against the lantern she wrote that name. That's why it's written upside down. You think the victim wrote this herself? Isn't that obvious conclusion? What should write Maya's name? I don't think that's something I want to discuss with you, because she might be the murderer. Okay, I can say that to him, the other thing. So I guess I'm moving. The training hall? No. Inner temple. Suspension bridge. Who's here? Gumshoe? It's weird that there's no one around all of a sudden. Sure, it gets quiet up here in the mountains when you're all on your own. Speaking of alone, I guess I should go check out the shack just down this path. Maybe I'll find Larry there, sulking again. Yeah, sure, let's do that. Exactly that. A very nice heavenly hole. Oh, Mr. Nick! Pearls, what are you doing here? Nothing. What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright? Well, we don't know yet. Oh, I see. Hey, what do you think you're doing here, Nick? Larry. It's a loser shack. Where losers get together to lose themselves. This is the what? Hey, we find comfort in each other's failures, okay? You got a problem with that? Look, Mr. Nick, Mr. Larice did a picture of me. That's great, Pearls. We're going to gather firewood now. We'll be cooking some half-rotten potatoes over the miserable little campfire. So stay out of our way. I don't believe this. Why can't he try getting fired up over becoming a better man? No one believes a word I say anymore. Listen to me, Pearl. You don't want to trust this kind of guy, okay? He'll only let you down. Oh, Mystic Maya. Okay, something new. Same stuff. Okay, let's talk to little one, or Larry. Larry, is there something you want to tell me about this picture? Hey, I've got nothing to say to you, Nick. My life's here now with Pearl. 2 losers cooking potatoes together forevermore. What am I going to do with him? Alright then, what do you think about this picture, Pearls? I think it's really well drawn. I can't draw at all, so I think it's really amazing. Say someone appreciates it. It's tough getting the flames to look like that, you know. It's supposed to be Sister Iris flying through the air, isn't it? I love it. It's like a dream, a wonderful fantasy. No, it wasn't a dream. She really flew, I'm telling you. Iris really flew that night. But, Mr. Loris... Not you too. Please don't look at me like that, Pearl. Don't look at me like I'm some kind of nutcase, I beg of you. Guess this picture really is a representation of what Larry thinks he saw. Okay, so I was half asleep when I was here that night. But I was wide awake after the lightning struck, and I saw what I saw. It was exactly like I drew in the picture. And it looks like I don't have any choice but to take this sketch at face value. Hey, what's with the look of doubt on your face? Okay. I don't know, ma'am. Pearls? Yes, Mr. Nick. I've been meaning to ask you about the night of the murder. Where were you and what exactly were you doing when it all happened? I was just, well, I'm just a kid, you know. I'm sure it doesn't really matter what I was doing, does it, Mr. Nick? Sorry, Pearls, but yes, it does. On the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Miss Duxnim's room reading a book together. But Miss Duxnim was murdered and you, Pearls, were at the inner temple. Just what exactly happened that night, Pearls? I'm really sorry, Mr. Nick. Oh, she's hiding stuff. Come on, Pearly. Whoa. I've been a bad girl. That's why I'm being punished. What are you talking about, Pearls? My spiritual power. It has disappeared. Oh? What? Your powers have disappeared? Okay. What do you mean your power has disappeared, Pearls? It's all over for me. A spirit medium who can't channel spirits is like a painter who can't paint. Hey, what are you looking at me for? Pearls, did you try to channel someone's spirit right here at Hasagura Temple? Try but fail, perhaps. Well. Way to go, Nick, you made her cry. That was really cruel of you. Just as I thought. I'm going to have to break her cycles to get the truth out of her. Okay. Okay, let's go talk to everyone first and then we'll go back to that. I don't know, I'm guessing I have to do her cyclops first. I'm guessing I have to do Iris's cyclops last. I think, I don't know. I wonder if Sister Bikini is back at the main hall yet. I haven't seen Gumshoe around for a while either. Maybe they're having a cup of tea together somewhere. I think Gumshoe is Sister Bikini's type. Okay. Let's see. Who's in the main hall? Oh, she's freaking out. Okay. Well, what's the damage? How is the sacred cavern? Looks like it survived, but we have a bigger problem now. Okay, explaining. Tells Sister Bikini all about it. About the 5 blocks that were stopping us from getting inside the sacred cavern. But who could have done that? The only people who know how to set those trick locks are those of the Korean tradition. We have Iris at the sacred cavern trying her best to open them for us right now. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to talk with you about, Sister Bikini. Oh yes, we were in the middle of a chat, weren't we? Yes, you were telling me how the Master of Korean disappeared 17 years ago. I want to know why Misty Face only appeared at this temple. It was about a week ago when Mystic Misty arrived. After she showed me the talisman that proved she was the master, she said, "Someone is trying to destroy the Korean tradition's main family line. I'm here to put a stop to them." Okay. Someone was trying to destroy the main family line. There's only one heir to the title of master at any time, and it's usually the eldest. That child becomes the new master of Korean, and her daughter, the main family. All other mediums become branch family members with no hope of controlling the clan. That's why nothing has changed throughout the history of the clan. Branch families always have and always will plot to erase those of the main family line. Okay. Is the power of the master worth this much bloodshed? Apparently. Okay. Korean channeling technique. You believe in the technique, don't you, Mr. Wright? You know its power is real. Yes, I do. It's been 2 years since I first met Maya. In that time I've seen her channel the spirits of the dead plenty of times. During the Mask case, and during Maggie Bird's trial too. Thanks to Maya, Mia's always on hand to help me out when I need her the most. The Korean technique has made a huge difference to the world, you know? I mean, the ability to commune with the dead, that's true psychic power, you know? Members of the tradition have always been there behind every important leader. Who wouldn't respect such a tremendous skill? I suppose so, but with all that power and influence, I kind of expected you'd be really rich by now. Are you saying we're poor, Mr. Wright? You're very direct, aren't you? People don't believe in it anymore, you see, all because of one little mistake. A mistake? What mistake? It was 17 years ago, that's when everything came crashing down. All because of that incident. Or the one that they channeled someone to solve a crime or something. That incident? Is she talking about what I think she is? I'm sure the records still exist if you're interested. Locked up, of course. It was called the DL6 incident. That's the name of the file. Yep, that's the one from the first game. Yes. The DL6 incident. I knew it. Yeah, that was the one. That was the whole. The one with Bon Karma and everything. There's a whole lot of things that I have to remember. I don't know if I remember everything. DL6 incident. Yeah. The DL6 incident. I know it well. I handled a related case just 2 years ago. Oh, that's right. Well, it was you who was the defense attorney on that case. The murder took place 17 years ago. It was the first time in the country's history the police ever used a spirit medium. The idea was to channel the victim's spirit to learn the identity of the murderer, and the medium who performed the channeling was Misty Fate, Maya's mother. Through Mystic Misty's channeling, the name of a certain man surfaced. Armed with that as evidence, the investigators were spurred into action. But that man, he was found not guilty, wasn't he? That's right, he was. And the case remained a mystery. In other words, we failed. It was the first case the world had ever seen the Korean tradition openly emboldened. It was all over the media, the public, the judiciary, the people of Korean village. Everyone judged her. Everyone said Misty's power were a sham. And then she just disappeared, vanished, while everyone still thought of her as a fraud. But I know the truth. Misty Fate's spirit channeling wasn't a sham at all. Of course it wasn't. And since you managed to reveal the truth, we're finally making a comeback. The Korean tradition is starting to recover at last. But with a new master wielding the power of the clan. Does she mean Maya? Okay. Family feud. The spiritual power of the current channel technique is in the blood. Maya's told me the exact same thing before. We the women of the Fake Clan, we have always been spirit mediums. It's because the power to communicate with spirits flows strongly through us. According to Maya, only the women in the family can inherit the power. Okay. The main family's bloodline stems directly from Mystic Amy. But with each new generation, only one daughter becomes the new master. And the ones who don't become branch families, right? That's right, and it's always the cause of tragedy. You know, Maya had a sister too, an older sister named Mia. Oh yes, I've heard of her. What? You know about Mia? Of course, she became a lawyer in the hopes of discovering what happened to her mother. And lost her life as a result. Do you know what Mystic Mia is rumored to have said? She said it wasn't only because of her mother that she became a lawyer. She also didn't want to fight with her sister over the leadership of the tradition. Really? Well, she saw what happened to her own mother, Mystic Misty, as she grew up. I guess Mystic Mia got tired of seeing all the rivalry between her mom and her aunt. Okay, that's right, Misty Faye had an elder sister too. And Misty, having superior powers, managed to usurp the master's seat from her. Mystic Misty's sister is Mystic Morgan, as you probably know. Yeah, I know. Did she die on one of the games? I don't know, everyone dies. I think, right? She died, right? Morgan. That's a name I know well. It was a year ago now at Maya's home, Kurain Village. What she did was oh no, she was the killer, right? She was the killer of someone that was channeling, I think. Yeah, she was the murderer. So we got her arrested, I think. Yeah, she did was there. It was all so she could make her own daughter the next master. I suppose if you know about Mystic Morgan's daughter, then you must have already realized that Iris... Huh? Iris? What's Iris got to do with any of this? That Iris is Mystic Morgan's daughter. Oh my god. That I didn't know. Okay. Oh. Iris is what? She kidding me? Iris is Morgan Faye's daughter? Is Maya's cousin? The hell? Morgan and Iris. Did you just say that Iris is Morgan Faye's daughter? Oops, I thought you already knew. Sounded like you'd met one of Mystic Morgan's daughters already. I have, I know her very well. Oh? Oh right, Pearl's is one of... Oh. That's Pearl's sister? Yes, Pearl Faye. But I always thought she was an only child. You just... That child, she's Mystic Morgan's. I had no idea. Mystic Morgan. But she's in prison now, isn't she? Yes, ever since she was found to be a co-conspirator in a murder case last year. Right, okay. It was all done to set Pearls up as the next master. Okay. I see. So I've been wrong all this time. Mystic Morgan had 3 daughters, not 2. Wait, 3? Who's the third one? Wait, what? 3? Yes, Iris, her twin sister, and Mystic Pearl. Oh my god, they are twin sisters. So that's not... Oh my god. Who's Dahlia? Who's the twin? So she's not... Okay, so she's not Oh my god, this is confusing. She's not Nick's ex then. She's the twin of Nick's ex. Okay. Alright. I guess that makes sense now. I think. Oh boy. The twins, this whole confusion thing. Cause you never know who's who and who did what, who didn't. Oh boy, twins. What? A twin sister? Oh, didn't you know it all happened 20 years ago? I recently watched the series Echoes. Yeah, it's about twin sisters that keep switching their lives and stuff. It's a whole mess. So yeah. Yeah. It's just crazy, man. After the clan leadership was taken from her by her sister, Mystic Morgan's life crumbled. It wasn't many years later that Karane's reputation hit an all-time low, when Mystic Morgan's husband realized his wife would never become the master. He left her and the village, taking their twin daughters with him. Okay. How awful. He was a jeweler, you know? In the end he remarried, and that's when it happened. He decided to give one of his girls up to be looked after by us here at the temple. That was Iris, you see. Why didn't she have another sister? That was a policewoman that then got murdered. But that wasn't her sister then, that was like her, I don't know, half sister? I don't know. That was Iris, you see? It's unbelievable. If Iris has a twin sister, could it be... could you tell me one more thing, Sister Bikini? What was the name of Iris' sister? Dahlia? I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I just can't remember. All I can recall is that her father was a jeweler. Well, that's a clue, I guess. A jeweler. Thank you very much. You've helped clear up a lot of details. Pearls had 2 older sisters, huh? Yes, that's right. No doubt it was all because of Mystic Morgan's anger towards the main family. Anger? What do you mean? Her twin daughters were taken from her by her jeweler husband. But even that couldn't destroy her dream that a child of hers would one day lead the clan. That's why she had pearls. You said the incident here was a result of Mystic Morgan's anger. He was able to break free of the bars that confined her. So Iris has a twin sister. The plot thickens. But this information will be useless unless I can flesh it out a bit. Need to ask more questions and get some more info. Out of who? Oh, hoodies. I just had a twin sister. That's really all I know about her. That and the fact that she was taken away from her mother by her jeweler father. I don't have any idea where she is or what she's doing now. I could tell her, but she'd probably have a coronary and a half. Yeah, she got arrested. Is she still arrested, Dahlia? When I faced her and Iris' twin sister, her father deals in jewelry, apparently. Okay, let's see here. Gumshoe here? Where's Gumshoe? Sounds like someone's happy. What tune is that they're humming? Yep, Gumshoe. No more than no crime, no more than no crime, sing with me. No more than no crime. What the heck is it? I remember when we used to search in the challenge room in Karain. What? Whoop, I love my job. Who cares if the clue is like fine or no good? That's not what investigating all about. What investigating is all about. Investigator investigates for the love of investigating. It's a passion. Good cases we have, good cases with us along the way. I would have never guessed that Gumshoe was into reggae. That's reggae? Oh, my bad. Okay. Every case is gonna be alright. Every case is gonna be alright. Okay. Hey, pal. Oh, who? Me? How long have you been there? I just got here. Oh, okay. So, what are you up to, detective? I'm investigating, pal. I made a promise to Mr. Ashford. I promised I would find the real murder weapon. The real murder weapon? That barbed sword thing turned out to be a false lead, right? Sleepy one. I guess. I'm giving it my best shot here, but I still haven't turned up any clues. I just found this weird scraps of paper. It looks like a letter or something. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with the case though. A letter? Okay. Investigation. So how's the investigation going, Detective Gumshoe? I don't know if I should be telling you, pal. But I guess it can't hurt. Looks like the murder took place in the inner temple garden. And they're taking that bloody writing on the lantern pretty seriously back at HQ. What? You mean... I don't have the details, pal. All I know is if we don't find Maya down in the sacred cavern, we're gonna be faced with one ugly situation. What kind of ugly situation are we looking at here? You got me. I don't know. They're not my words, pal. Then who said it? Mr. Kodak. Kodak? What did he mean by that? Okay, letter? How about that letter you found? Don't remind me, pal. I'm busting a gut here trying to find the murder weapon. And all I find is some burned up old letter. Be careful, once night. Burned up old letter. Yeah, it was in that incinerator right outside the inner temple. The incinerator? I knew it. I knew it was some... I wasn't imagining things. There was no one in the incinerator when I first saw it. But after the incident, the snow had melted away, which means someone used the incinerator on the night of the murder. What's up with you, pal? I got it right here if you want to take a look. Can I? Do you mind? Sure, go nuts. I don't want it, pal. You can have it. It's all spirit mediums and masters and stuff. I bet it's got no relation to the case. Spirit mediums? Okay, found my Gumshoe in the inner temple incinerator. Got to be important if it mentions spirit mediums and masters. And let me read that. Found my Gumshoe in the inner temple. Be careful, once night falls, should be there. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Leave everything up to her. Sure, it has nothing to do with kiss. Okay. Oh, Gumshoe. Okay. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Leave everything up to her. Her name is... These are all of the whole... Here is a picture of her. This is when you channel her. I know you can do it. Okay. Once this is burned, also make tell anyone about this letter. Make sure you don't tell anyone about this letter or something. Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. What the hell is this? Yeah, surely has nothing to do with the case. Are you for real, my mans? Okay, sure, I'll take it. Better give it a good looking over and some serious thought. Make sure you chuck it in the trash when you're done littering the crime, pal. Okay. Murder weapon. So what do you know about the real murder weapon so far? Well, it wasn't the Shishito that was found impaled in the victim's body. Mr. Edward proved that in court today. Yes, that's true. In which case, it must have been another blade. And that's what you're running around like a headless chicken looking for now, huh? Yeah, man, it's a time work, but let me tell you something, pal. I'm no chicken. You got the feather of forensics in our cap these days. We're using the department's secret weapon in this. Secret weapon? What's the secret weapon? What's the secret weapon of yours? You wanna know? You gotta think scientifically, okay? Alright. The murder weapon was a sword. Swords are, scientifically speaking, made of metal, right? Do you bring a metal detector? Any questions so far? No, I know what he's gonna say, but I'll let him look smart. So what's the perfect tool for the job? Ta-da, a metal detector. Raise your hand if you didn't see this coming from a mile away. Yep. Well, you wanna give scientific investigator a go? Huh? Me? I've been using this thing for hours now. It's pretty boring after a while. Why don't you go give it a try? I don't know. Did I help the detective get you out or not? Sure, I'll help. Come on, pal. It's good fun. I'm telling you. Alright then. I guess I'll give it a go. Like I said, this is the department's most advanced gadget. The absolute best. So sensitive you could make it cry. It's so high tech you could skydive off it. What? Oh bother. So now I'm gonna tell you how to use it. It's possible the real murder weapon is around here somewhere, right? Sure, that's what we're trying to find out. Right, so first let's turn the detector on. Oh, what the heck? That's the sound of the metal detector signal bouncing off of something metal. Next move the detector around and get this courtyard a good look, you see, pal? Don't worry, this baby will let you know when you hit or something, and when that happens, press the X button to give the area a good hard stare. Okay, this thing picks up metallic objects that are hidden from sight too. Take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious, okay, pal? Okay. Yeah, I was guessing there was something there. What's this? I thought this led's made of plastic. It says bikini number 1 on the side. Maybe there's something under it. Hey, what's this? A badge. Aha! I've been hunting high and low for that. It's yours, detective? That thing's priceless to a guy like me, pal. A cup can be a cup without his badge. I'm sure glad I put that dime in there now. How did you manage to drop your badge here of all places? I know, I bet it happened this morning. I was playing around with the sled and... Stop right there. I don't need to hear anymore. Okay. That's better. It's just a pair of skis. I think it's for our case here. Actually pretty good on skis, you know, pal. I just love to fly down the slopes with my coat fluttering in the wind. Really? I had no idea. How good are you then? Well, I'm better on skis than I'm on skates, but not as good as when I'm on a snowboard. That's a pretty detailed answer. Oh, but you know what I'm best at? Making mashed potatoes and gravy. The guy's losing it. Must be the altitude. We better get back to the investigation. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is metal, right? Doesn't look like there's anything here. Hey, pal, all I gotta do is watch the detector. I know where I'm going at, but step ladder. Look, a ladder. That's a step ladder. What's the difference? Look like a normal ladder to me, pal. Surely everyone knows the difference. I mean, they're pretty ordinary objects. I've met plenty of guys like you, always picking on the smallest detail. The vegetable store guy near my place does it all the time. He even corrects me when I ask for a head of lettuce. That's a cabbage, he says. I'm telling you, they're the exact same thing. No, they're not. They're completely different. You have to plant both of them firmly in the ground before they can grow, don't you? Listen, you gotta take a step back and look at the bigger picture sometimes. Otherwise, you can miss a really important clue. That's advice from a pro, pal. The last person I need advice from is this guy in front of me. Okay. I got a trophy, largest versus step ladders. Okay. Okay. But Shishito next to the golden statue wasn't a real murder weapon, pal. Yeah, I know, I just thought I'd check it again anyway. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Do you know about that sword? It's supposed to represent the multiple branches that life can take, all ending as one. Yes, I heard something about that. You know, do you know what I think about sometimes? What kind of life I'd be leading had I not joined the homicide division. Think about that kind of stuff, detective? Of course I do, I think about it a lot. Me as a traffic cop, me as a detention officer, me as the blue badger. There's something to be said about the humor value of Gumshoe as the blue badger. Okay. Something here. Yeah, there's something there too. Okay. What's this? What's this? A pen? Hey, I've been looking all over for that, pal. Huh? It's yours? Yeah, my old man gave it to me when I qualified as a detective. He told me it'd be good for sticking in suspects' faces. That makes you detectives sound really nasty. It's my dream to stick it in your face one day, right? Then don't go losing it. Okay. Alright, I guess we're going for the obvious ones. One first. You said there's something round buried in the ground here. Don't touch that, pal. Huh? What is it? It's a trap. People set them out to catch us detectives. They're real nasty. A trap for detectives? You mean like those fierce traps with sharp teeth that are supposed to snag your leg? Yeah, those. I got my finger caught in one of those ones. Your finger. There was this bit of cheese and it looked so tasty. I reached out and then BAM! I'm not sure I know how to respond to a story as stupidly pitiful as that. Okay, we're just gonna forget that. Okay. Okay, let's go for the obvious one. Or this one. Let's go for this. This looks like a wallet. Aha, that's where it's been. Is it yours, detective? I'm always dropping it, so I put a bell on it. But you still dropped it anyway. Yeah, but now I found it again, pal. Your wallet is completely empty. But I drop it all the time, so I don't put money in it anymore. Then how come the metal detector picked it up? Must be because of the bell, I guess. Okay, let's over this. Must be an old panhandle or something. How do you know? Huh? What? That was my nickname in junior high. What panhandle? I didn't have much money back then, pal. I used to bum stuff off the other kids sometimes, so they call me Panhandler. Panhandler, huh? I can see that. Thinking back, it's actually kind of a nice memory now. Oh, I thought that was it. Where else is something? I can back up from this, so I have to find something. Yeah, there's that. I thought this was the thing. There's an old panhandle, blah blah blah, same thing. Okay. Mm-hmm. Nothing here, nothing there. Here, no. Yeah. Right. This is Mystic's named staff. I thought it was wood, isn't it? Scientific speaking, they're usually made of wood, but the detector is reacting to it. Yeah, but however you look at it, that thing's made of wood, alright? Maybe there's something hidden inside? I don't bother investigating anything unless it looks like it might be metallic. Isn't the whole point of a metal detector to find metal where you can't see it? It's weird that this thing is causing a racket. Here, let me take a look at it. Hey, hands off. Examining evidence is a job for the... Nope. Cracked it. Hey, the top is coming off. Look what you've done. You've damaged a really important piece of evidence. Ah. Oh. Yep. It's not a normal staff. That's a sword. Inside the staff. Could it be the murder weapon? Oh. I never have guessed there'd be a sword concealed in the victim's staff. You call this kind of thing a sword cane, pal. This one's a real gem. The workmanship is really something else. Thank goodness it wasn't a cane sword, or else the victim would have stabbed her own foot. I officially gave up on trying to figure out how Gumshoe's mind works. The real scene of the crime was the inner temple garden. Then why was the sword used to kill the victim found in the main hall courtyard? Hey Gumshoe. Who knows about the hidden sword? No one. Even the police didn't know about this until I discovered it just now. Well, as they say, there's no team in Gumshoe. Doesn't look like there are any traces of blood on it. And I guess this isn't a murder weapon, huh? No. I'm sure someone just wiped it off after the murder. Yeah, of course. This thing's definitely the murder weapon. Great job, pal. It's about the same length as the Shishito too. This must be the murder weapon. Okay, I'm gonna run over to forensics. There's gotta be some traces of blood left, even if most of it has been wiped off. See you later, pal. Okay. Every case is gonna be alright. Every case is gonna be alright. Okay. Wait up, detective. Oh, what is it, pal? A pretty busy guy right now, you know. Going to get that staff analyzed, right? Would you mind holding off for just a while? Yeah, what are you talking about, pal? Please. Just until we find Maya. Maya? What's this got to do with her? I don't know, but I'm starting to get a really bad feeling in the pit of my stomach. Oh, how so? Look, Maya's trapped inside the sacred cavern right now, and well, we don't even know if she's okay or not. The more evidence and testimony I hear, the more uneasy I feel. You don't think Maya's been murdered? Please, detective, let's just wait until we can get inside the sacred cavern. You're looking kind of buried in there. Okay. Just stop it with that face, pal. One thing, though. This top secret trick, let's keep it between you and me, alright? If it gets out that we knew about it and didn't say anything, we're finished. I understand. It's just a regular run-of-the-mill staff. You got it? Okay. Now you take good care of it, pal. Thank you, detective. Don't worry. She'll be fine. Gumshoe. You know, there's a place at the base of this mountain that has some really good pasta. How about I take you there when you find Maya, huh, pal? Sure. Thanks. Okay, there's a sword hidden inside. No one knows this except me and Detective Gumshoe. Okay. Can't help but wonder though. What was Elisa's name doing with stuff like this in the first place? Okay, let's go back. Maybe now we can talk a bit more with oh wait, something in Heavenly Hall. I was thinking about talking to Edgeworth with the new information that we have. I was expecting Larry and Pearl to be here. I guess they must have gone to collect firewood. I suppose I'll have to check back later. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have the thing. Yeah. I thought I still had the metal detector or something. Okay, let's go back to Inner Temple. And to the training hall? No. To the garden. Talk. No. Should I show this? What do you think about this, Edgeworth? Okay. No. Can I talk to him about this girl? Hey, Edgeworth, did you know that Iris had a twin sister? What? A twin? You can't be serious. Sister Bikini told me, but the problem is she didn't know the name of this twin. There was nothing about Iris having a sister in the files I checked. Well, Iris was taken in by the temple when she was really young. Apparently her sister was raised by her father, a jeweler, I think. A jeweler? Oh, right, I just might know who this twin sister of hers is. I had a feeling you'd say that. Let me guess. Her name is Dahlia Hawthorne, right? Yes, exactly. Please tell me what you know about her, Edgeworth. Please. Okay. It was my first court case 6 years ago. I was a greenhorn, and due to my inexperience, the defendant died. You're talking about Terry Falls, right? Yep. You know about that case? You're not the only one who noticed something about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne. I checked one of Mia's old files from 6 years ago. Yes, Dahlia was a key witness in that case. Yep, Dahlia and Terry Falls conspired together to stage a fake kidnapping 11 years ago. A nice little recap. This was one of the cases that we dealt with before. They stole a jewel worth $2 million from Dahlia's father, a jeweler. Okay. 5 years after that, she murdered her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne, to keep her from talking. Her sister, well, her stepsister actually. They weren't blood related. Okay. Valerie was the only daughter of Dahlia's father's second wife. Dahlia's father's second wife. Okay. Oh. And this is when she entered my life. The woman who tried to kill me. Yup. That's her. So after Terry Falls died, what happened to Dahlia? Did you check that out? Does it really matter? Like I said, Dahlia isn't connected with this case. Why are you so sure about that? It's simple. Dahlia Hawthorne is dead. Huh? What? Well, her metabolic processes are a matter of interest only to historians, so to speak. What the hell? Dahlia's dead. What do you mean by Dahlia Hawthorne is dead, Edgeworth? Right, I must confess that in reading her file, I came to know of the murder case you were involved in during your college years. Okay. Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, thanks to the persistence of Mia Fey. Mia Fey. Oh boy. Yeah, she was a demon, man. The time Dahlia, it's like she was possessed by a demon or something. That's literally what I said. It's been almost 5 years since that guilty verdict was handed down, and her sentence was finally carried out. She was executed last month. Whoa. They do that? Executed? I'm sure that's a bit of a shock for you, right? And for more reasons than one. But do you understand now? She can't possibly be connected with this case. She's dead, and once someone is dead, there's no way to revive them. Unless... Oh, they say channel her. In the letter, the burn letter. They channeled it. They channeled Dahlia. Oh my god. I think there's no way to revive the dead. I wonder. Since you're not aware of one other connection yet, Edgeworth. And what is that? It's about Iris and Dahlia, Hawthorne's mother. What's their mother got to do with any of this? She's Morgan Fay, a spirit medium from a branch family of the Korean channeling technique. Did you say Korean channeling technique? Do you know something about it? Oh yes, I know it's connected with that fraudulent spirit medium. Fraudulent? I was involved in another nightmare 17 years ago. Yup. I was caught up in the middle of a murder investigation. The police didn't have any leads. They were stumped, and that's when they called her in. She was a very famous spirit medium and the master of her channeling school. But you know what happened? As a result of her efforts, an innocent man was accused of murder. She and her powers, they were all fraudulent. Edgeworth. Go to the police records room. It's all in there. All you have to do is check the DO6 incident, case file, and you'll know. Yeah, my man, I know about that. I think, of course, how could I forget? Edgeworth was the victim in that case. Edgeworth, you'll understand someday. And then you'll see that the Korean channeling technique is real. Okay. Okay. Okay, I don't know if there's more in this place to see. I want to try going back here again. Nope. You're not there. Main hole. Okay. I guess we're gonna try to break the psych locks now. I don't know if there's more to do. I'm not sure. Okay. I don't know. Let's see. See if we can. Let's see. I don't know. Saving and trying, I guess. But pearls had cyclops too. I thought I had to do those first. Okay. Okay. The night of the crime. I think it's time you told the truth about what you were doing on that night. You said you were in your room at Hasagura Temple the entire time. Do you still claim that to be truth? Yes, that's where I was. Iris, I believe you're innocent. That's why I want to believe what you're telling me to, but I can't. Because this person saw you somewhere else on the night of the murder. Okay. Maybe she was possessed there, that's why she doesn't remember. This person saw you somewhere else on the night of the murder. Bikini. Talking about Sister Bikini, of course. Sister Bikini. The testimony in court today was very clear. That night I was helping an acolyte with her training in the inner temple, but Well, as you can see, my back likes to act up violently, so I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to the Hasagura temple. Mr. Bikini didn't just see you, she spoke with you. You two talked about Maya's training that night. So you see, Iris, you were there at the inner temple on the night of the murder. That's very impressive, Mr. Wright. The acolyte's actual training was due to start after 10 o'clock that night. Okay, I left the main hall early so I wouldn't be late. What time was that? Let me see. It takes about 20 minutes to walk between the main hall and the inner temple. So I would have left at about 9:40 p.m. I think. Okay. I'm sorry, Iris, but lying just doesn't suit you, huh? Now you say you left the main hall at 9:40 p.m., but what you say doesn't add up with this. Wait, didn't she say something? Your rank lights out at 10 p.m. was then in her room. This? You yourself testified to the contrary, don't you remember? You said you rang the lights out bell at 10 o'clock that night. Ah. Plus, only moments before you rang that bell, you were seen at the main hall by the most reliable witness I have. Who's that? Me. Mr. Wright. We even spoke a little that evening. That's when you gave me this. Surely you haven't forgotten. No, that's right. I remember. Does she remember? I don't know. That brings us to another puzzling fact, Iris. At 10 o'clock on the night of the murder, you were seen in two different places at the same time. This time you told me exactly what's been going on, Iris. So far I managed to prove two things. First, on the night of the incident, you were at the inner temple. And second, at the exact same time, you were ringing the bell at Hasagura temple. There's only one possible explanation for this apparent impossibility. There were two of you. I think maybe what's her name? Maybe Elise channeled the other girl, right? Channeled Dahlia at the temp. I'm not sure. I don't know, something like that. And then after the incident, you were seen in two different places at the same time, which means there must have been two of you. Can't think of any other explanation, Iris. But that's crazy. How could that be? Only one of me. It's impossible. Impossible? I wonder. The way you're trembling certainly seems to suggest otherwise. You're seriously trying to suggest there's more than one of me? Then show me the evidence. Show me something that proves there's more than one of me. This? I have a firm grasp of the situation now, Iris. You have a sister, don't you? A twin sister, perhaps? Huh. That's right. Dahlia Hawthorne. A woman I know only too well. I had no idea you knew of her. Very impressive, Mr. Wright. But she's no longer... Yes, I know. Her sentence was carried out recently, wasn't it? I'm sorry. Oh, that's me. I'm sorry. Thank you. There's no need to explain now, is there, Iris? This second you who was here at the temple on the night of the murder, it was your twin sister Dahlia Hawthorne. But you just said it yourself a second ago. My sister's dead. Have you forgotten that? Have you forgotten this, Iris? It's a channeling dojo, a training ground of the Korean channeling technique. That night, someone channeled Dahlia's spirit, and you knew about it. And that's the secret you've been trying to hide from me. Oh, wait. No, you're not gonna tell me Maya channeled her and killed Elise. Not again. Right? 'Cause she did that last year too. With that guy, I think. Maya. Oh my god. You've been trying to hide from me. Yep. We got it. The night of the crime. I was in my room in the main hall that night. As soon as I heard that I'd been spotted at the inner temple, I knew it was my sister, Nadia, the other half of me, who passed away last month. Just as I suspected, the iris that Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple on the night of the murder, it was Talia Hawthorne. Why didn't you tell me this before? Because my sister always does the right thing. Excuse me? Because I mustn't get in the way of what she's trying to do. I already betrayed her once before, I can't do it again. You betrayed her? What do you mean? That's why I have to accept I may be found guilty. It's the only way. What is she talking about? Betrayal? You know about it, don't you, Mr. Wright? About the fake kidnapping that took place here on Eagle Mountain 11 years ago? That was the start of it all. It's what started her down that twisted path. She started to commit crime after crime, and in the end she lost her life. It's all because I betrayed her. How do you betray her, Iris? It was no coincidence that Eagle Mountain is where the exchange took place. After all, I helped plan the whole thing. What? But I got scared, so I ran away. What are you talking about? Why would you help her? Doing $2 million from your own father? That's awful. But I promised that I'd help. And she didn't do it for the money. Huh? It was revenge on our father. Revenge? Okay. What do you mean by revenge? He was a hideous man. He threw our mother away and then sent her to hell. Her mother? She must be talking about Morgan Fay. Her mother was the eldest daughter of the main branch of the Fay family. The main family had a lot of influence in many business and political circles at the time. As the eldest daughter, our mother was set to inherit all of that as the next master. That's the reason our father married our mother in the first place, for power. Okay. But his plan backfired. Because our mother's sister took it all from her, she took over as the master of grain. Okay. That would be Misty Fay, Maya's mother. But before long, the credibility of the grain tradition hit rock bottom. The new master, Misty Fay, made a terrible mistake. Yeah, on DL6. It was during the investigation of the DL6 incident. After that happened, our father took me and my twin sister away, leaving our mother and our home behind. He hated the place. He said it was a heck dive and that he had no reason to stay there. And that's when you came here to Hazagura Temple. Yes, the woman my father took as his next wife already had a daughter, Valerie. I had no place in his new family, you see? Oh. And I haven't seen my mother once since then. Having the master's seat stolen from her and being rejected by her own family. I've heard she's been very battered spiritually and emotionally. I think I'm finally beginning to see how the pieces fit together. Okay, I have asked her everything I can in my capacity as a prosecutor. This incident, everything related to it goes back to the history of the Fay clan. That's what it looks like. Iris, there's just one more thing I want you to tell me. What is it? During the incident in which your sister Talia Hawthorne poisoned a lawyer, you began a relationship with a certain college student in order to hide the evidence. That college student Have you heard anything about him? Well, I did hear one thing. She said she hated his guts. Oh, I see. Thank you for your help. You're welcome. Oh, hurry up, Phoenix Wright. There's still much to investigate. Give these locks to me, I'll open them for you, I promise. Thank you, I suppose I'd better continue my investigation. Still one giant secret left to unlock. Yeah, pearls. Pearl Cyclock. Alright, going straight to that then. Trying stop by the garden. No. Let's go back then. To the bridge. And to the Heavenly Hall. Okay. Look at that, they really did make a fire. Right in front of the shack. Oh, Mr. Nick. You're too late, Nick. We came here for one of our potatoes, we've already polished them all off. I think I pretty much got all the evidence I need. Now I just need to find out what Pearls is hiding. Okay. Time to save again. And try this. Okay. Let's do this. Night of the crime. After dinner on the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Elistic's name's room, reading a book together, correct? Yes, I was so happy when she invited me, but I didn't go in the end. Didn't go? No, there was some... I don't know what any of that means. Okay. Okay, I'm just not gonna read everything just in case there's spoilers there, but okay. Thank you, Kai. Yeah. No, there was somewhere else I had to go instead. Okay. I was so worried. I had to go. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was so nervous. So Pearls never went to Mr. Snim's room. But she was too worried about something or someone else. Pearls. On the night of the murder you went to this place, didn't you? The inner temple. You went here, didn't you, Pearls? Looks like she's still not going to open up to me. This is where you went because you were so worried, right? Then the next question is, who or what are you so worried about? Now I'm going to take a guess and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, okay? I mean, you know, if I'm right, would you tell me the whole truth? Okay. I went to this place for one very simple reason, and that is this. Maya? Okay. It's obvious that what you were so worried about, Pearls. It was Maya, wasn't it? Yeah. The training Maya was undertaking was dangerous. After all, it was the special curse. I signed up for your special curse. Well, my, quite brave of you considering how cold it is. Young people can be so reckless with their health. Don't blame me if you become one with those you channel. Okay. Just the beginning scared you with what she said, didn't she? And because it was you who introduced Hasagura Temple to Maya in the first place. You felt responsible, didn't you? Thinking about what could happen to Mystic Maya made me more and more worried. Couldn't sit still at all. That's why I decided to go and find out who she was doing at the, how she was doing in the inner temple. Then we're clear now that you went to the inner temple that night, Pearls. What's not clear is what happened after that. About what time was it when you headed over to the inner temple? It was probably around 9:30 when I left the main hall. I heard the real training was supposed to start at 10. I wanted to get there before it started. But there was so much snow, so I didn't get there until after 10 o'clock. Till after 10? How did you know what time it was? Because I heard the bell ringing for lights out. The lights out bell? The Square Temple bell's pretty small though, isn't it? Must have really good hearing. I was really trying to pick up the sound of that bell, that's all. I didn't want to miss it, that would be terrible. Just trying to hear the bell. Tell me, Peros. Why were you so worried about hearing that bell? Huh? Oh, I think I know why. The reason you were so worried about that bell was because of this. The reason you... Oh. Okay. The letter... No. It says something about the bell ringing. Let's try. Okay. You were given some instructions to follow for that night. Oh, that was for her? Okay. Weren't you? I presume you recognize these pieces of paper. Yeah. Where did you... In the incinerator at the inner temple? Pearls. You were following the instructions in this letter that night, weren't you? That's why you couldn't afford to miss the sound of the lights out bell. I'm speechless, Mr. Nick. You're amazing. These instructions that were found in the incinerator. I believe they were written for you, Pearls. For me? I know. As you can see, a large portion has been burned, but the last section is still fairly legible. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Who was it, Pearls? Whose spirit were you supposed to be channeling? Taking into account the author of the note and their purpose for writing it, the spirit would Pearls have been trying to channel. Don't overthink it, Phoenix. It's pretty obvious who Pearls was supposed to channel. So you were trying to channel that night, Pearls was... Thalia? Okay. Thalia Hawthorne, wasn't it? That was the name that was in the letter. Yeah. It's just as I suspected. It wasn't Iris whose sister Bikini met at the inner temple that night. It was Thalia Hawthorne. Okay. Do you know anything about her, Pearls? Do you know what kind of woman Thalia Hawthorne was? No. Never heard of anyone by that name before reading those instructions. But it was your sister. I thought so. Pearls doesn't have a clue. She doesn't know that Thalia is her sister. Put the instructions in the letter I found, Pearls. Who wrote them? Whoever it was asked you to channel the spirit of someone you'd never heard of. You must have quite a lot of respect for them. Was it Elise? After all, you followed their instructions without question. Here's my next question. Who wrote this set of instructions for you to follow? Was it Elise? No? Oops. Person who wrote the instructions, isn't it, Pearls? Must have had a lot of faith in them to follow their instructions to a T. Not a lot of faith in you, Mr. Nick. Oh, thanks. But I don't think I can trust you anymore. Oops. My bad. Ouch, but sure can be blunt when she wants to be. Alright, now think. Someone who pairs with trust, no questions asked. Maya? Whoever it was asked you to channel the spirit of someone you never heard of. Must have quite a lot of respect for them. After all, follow their instructions. Okay. This thing could be Maya. Probably not Mia. Makoto, that didn't know. It could have been her. Iris, no. No. Morgan, she's not here. Right? Let's say Maya. Well, I guess I'm wrong. I've had a lot of faith. Oops. What do you mean then? Morgan? I'm confusion. Someone she trusts. Bikini? No, she scared her. Morgan? Okay, I guess. Bros, I have to wonder about something. You didn't have any idea what these instructions meant, did you? But you followed them to the letter regardless. Why? Because it was your own mother who asked you. That's why. How did you... I figured it out. The person who wrote you this letter was your own mother, Morgan Fay. Ah, well... Okay. Alright, bros, it's time you started telling me the truth. Mr. Nick, why is she holding back from me? I don't like this. Don't underestimate me just because I'm a child. Huh? If you're trying to say I followed these instructions, I'd like to see some proof. What? I guess I don't think you have any. You'd say anything rather than admit to carrying out those instructions. I guess I'll have to produce some more evidence then. One more thing should do it. Alright, girls. We both know someone carried out these instructions on the night of the murder. But you're right. There's no evidence that proves it was you. I knew it. However, I do know that whoever did it was a child. Huh? How do you know that? Couldn't have been an adult. No adult would have made a simple mistake like that. A simple mistake? What do you mean by that? Sure, you thought you were carefully following the instructions you'd been given, but you misunderstood some of the words, and this is the evidence that proves it. Misunderstood some of the words. Let me read this again. Should be there since she lies of Billy must channel her spirit, leave everything up to her. Her name is, she's her ruler, the whole. There's a picture of her, use it. Channel her, I know you can do it. This is regarding the. Also make sure to tell anyone about this letter. Oh. Gravely roast the master in the fires. That's what she made. The gravy. Oh my god. Yep, that's it. Yes. It was you who splattered gravy on this hanging scroll, wasn't it? Why would I do something like Do you remember what was written in that letter? Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. But you didn't know how to read the words gravely and roast, among others, right? How do you know that? Remember the conversation you had with Mystic's name on the night of the murder? I don't remember. Perhaps we can read some books together. Really? I'd love to. I'm not very good at reading. Well then, would you like to practice reading with me? Miss Lee, so for example, how do you read this? It says gravely. That's kind of a tough word. She actually... Oh, she asked you about the letter. Okay. Her Mystic's name taught you how to read gravely and roast, but what she didn't teach you is what they meant. Gravely sounded like gravy to me, and the only roast I could think of was the food. And that's why you did it. That's why you covered the picture of the master in gravy from that night's pot roast. To be honest, I did think it was a bit strange. I guess I really did get the wrong idea. Just a tiny bit. I really am useless. I couldn't even burn the letter properly as my mother had asked of me. Such a simple thing, and I couldn't even do it right. Oh, pearls. Oh, little pearls. Oops. Oh, I didn't get all my things back. Okay. Okay, night of the crime. After dinner that night, I did go to the inner temple with a pot full of the leftover gravy. Gravy? I saw the picture on the hanging scroll near the sacred cavern. I was sure it was the master of grain, like it said in the letter. I see. And then? Well, it was already way past 10 when I got there because of all the snow. I went to the inner temple guest area. The guest area. Yes, I thought I could wait there until the training was over. Why didn't you just go to the training hall? Because Mystic Maya's main training had already started and I couldn't interrupt it. So I just stayed where I was and prayed for her to get through it. But then Pearls, did you fall asleep? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I just couldn't help it. Hey, don't worry about it, Pearl. Who cares if you fell asleep? I fell asleep waiting for Iris too. It happens. Anyway, then you found yourself trapped at the inner temple. Yes, when I woke up it was morning. I tried not to cry, but Dusky Bridge wasn't there anymore and there was no one in the training hall. I thought everyone had left me because I overslept. I threw the letter into the incinerator, then I heated up the leftover gravy and I let off some steam by chucking the gravy on the scroll while you cried. Okay. Must have been pretty scary for you, Pearl. I know what it's like. Nick used to leave me behind when I fell asleep at school too. Don't equate something so trivial with her experience, Larry. Okay. Lost powers. It was written right in my mother's letter. It said, as soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. I was on my way over to the inner temple when I heard the bell ring. So you channeled Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit? No. I tried, but I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it? I've never failed at channeling someone. This is the first time it's happened. I tried and I tried and I tried. Yesterday, this morning, the whole time. But I just couldn't do it. Don't let it get you down, Pearl. It'll all work out. If you want, I'll come flying through the sky for you. Whoosh! Just like that. Okay. Oh, she never managed to channel the spirit. That's why you think your spiritual powers are gone. Yes, I don't know what to do. Is there any other explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit? I suppose it's one other possibility. It's not very likely though. Could you please tell me what it is anyway? It could happen if someone else was already channeling the same spirit. Oh. Like Maya? Someone else? What do you mean? Well, there's only one of each spirit, right? Yup, it's like dating a girl, Nick. You can't see a hot chick if she's already taken. And that would mean on the night of the murder, someone else channeled her spirit before Pearls could. Someone else channeled the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne. I'm a failure. I couldn't even grant my mother's final wish. Her final wish. Yes, this letter. Wait, she said she kept trying to channel her, so... Is Maya still... channeling Dahlia then? Oh boy. This is my last wish, she said. So make sure you follow the instruction carefully. This letter. I definitely need to find out more about it. Okay, Morgan's letter. My mother has gone to a place called a penitentiary. Yeah, I know, Pearls. I visit her every month. And last month she told me the time we've been waiting for has come, Pearl. There's something I need you to do for me. I hid a letter for you at our home before they brought me here. I want you to read it and do exactly what it says. It's for the good of the Fae clan, my angel. You'll be doing a great thing. Now listen carefully, and I'll tell you where the letter's hidden. Okay. My mother is always nice to me. I love her very much. Yeah, moms will do anything for their kids, right? She said it was for the good of the Fae clan, so I knew I had to help her. I mean, Mystic Maya's part of the Fae clan, so it had to be good for her too. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Nick? I guess so, yeah. There was a picture with her letter too. A picture of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Usually a picture is enough to channel someone's spirit, but this time... Pretty weird, huh? Like Larry knows anything about this stuff. There's something else that was strange about my mother's letter. The seal on it was broken, as if someone had already opened it once before. That sure is pretty strange. I had opened it already. Oh Maya, no. Okay, our letter updated in the card record. Okay, orders from Morgan Faye opened once before. Thanks, Pearls, you really helped me out. You're very welcome. My mother is watching over us, so I'm sure Mystic Maya will be alright. Look at that innocent smile on her face. What am I supposed to say to her? Huh? Who these? Oh, Godot. Finally figured it out. Have you tried? You finally realize how terrible of a crime being painfully oblivious is. Godot. The entrance to the sacred cavern looks like a freaking puzzle workshop. I guess he's talking about Iris and the lock-breaking effort. But it's all a waste of time. Why do you say that? Because Maya Faye isn't coming back. What? You don't know what you're talking about. How can you say something like that? It was your job to protect her, right? Just like it was your job to protect Mia Faye. Two sisters caught up in the worst circumstances. I realized that, but... And you were the only one who was by their sides. You were the only one who could have saved them. But I didn't know anything about what was going on. Huh. What did I just say, trite? Being oblivious is a heinous crime in itself. Tomorrow. We'll settle everything in court tomorrow. Once and for all. Okay. Mr. Nick? Is what that man just said true? You'll be alright, Pearls. I'm sure Maya's alive. You'll see for yourself tomorrow. Yeah, that's right. I know I can trust you, Mr. Nick. Oh boy, I sure hope Maya's fine. Okay. Morgan, my dear Pearl. You've done so well, my child, my pearl. It's better that you don't know what you've done. I knew this day would come for you. This blood of the main family is no more. Now, finally, after all this time, the Master Seed is yours. My last great wish. Seems I was just in time. Oh boy. To be continued. Wow, that was a hell of an investigation. A lot was uncovered there. Yep, a lot of answers and stuff. Wow. God dang. God dang, that was oof, interesting. Learn about a lot of new stuff. And yeah, we'll have some theories, about, I don't know, I think Maya was the one that channeled her. I don't know, either her or Elise. No, but yeah, the thing is, Bruce has been trying to channel her for like all day, she said. Or maybe Maya's still possessed by her, by Dahlia. So, I don't know, I mean, oh boy, I hope Maya's fine. Okay, yeah, I guess we'll see how it all ends on the next stream. I don't know if it's gonna be the end. Maybe there's 1 or 2 more streams for this. But yeah, we're going back to the trials, I think. Yeah, for one it says trials. So yeah, that's what we can expect for next time. But for now, that's gonna be it for this episode and this stream. So yeah, we'll see how it all ends up next time.